Okay, guys, how you doing today? This is Moram's IT Services. Today, I want to discuss with you guys data center jobs. Uh, this is the reason I have these pictures up because it looks very attractive. Um, as you all know, in the year this year, if you're in IT, data center jobs are popping up everywhere. So I just want to let you guys know a few things about them. You may see them online, or a recruiter may call you about a data center position because it's one of the biggest trends that is happening right now. Now, data center jobs, they usually offer you a 3 month or a 6 month contract, and they're all over the United States. Just keep in mind also that data centers are usually built out of nowhere in a state. So, for example, they're basically built where there's not a lot of population. And I took a data center position out in Oregon, and data center. The reason that they choose these locations is because the land is cheap, for one, and to maintain it, it doesn't cost them as much as far as, and so that's the difference. That's one of the main reasons that they build these data center positions out of nowhere, probably somewhere like between the mountains, the deserts, and so forth. Now, I took a position. One, I always wanted to move to the state of Oregon, to the West Coast, and I took this position, but I did not really think through my head. I didn't ask a lot of questions. And so you will have recruiters calling you about these positions. One of the things I didn't take time to look at where this center, where this data center was located, is to look at IT jobs in that area. And simply by just going to Google and say the data center job was somewhere in, let's say Umatilla, Oregon. Let's say that Umatilla, Oregon. And so my recommendation would be to go to Google and look for IT jobs in Umatilla, Oregon. And that's a good sign right there to tell you if there's a lot of IT companies available or jobs. But if you look up, because now if I look up IT jobs in Umatilla, Oregon, I wouldn't get more than 2 listed. It basically says data center, data center. That means there's only a data center out there, jobs. Now, you take a 3 month or 6 month contract out there. If a recruiter calls you, they will tell you a contract to hire. Okay, and that's what the same thing that my recruiter told me. That's not a guarantee. Contract to hire does not mean you're going to get hired by the company. So basically, if you think about it, a 3 month or 6 month position in a data center. Remember, a data center is run 24/7. So most likely your shift hours are going to be odd. You're going to be working shift hours. They're going to be nights. And you may be working a 4-10 day shift and you get 3 days off, which that's a plus. You get 4 10-hour days and you get 3 days off. That's good. Also keep in mind in a data center, it's a lot of hardware you're going to be working on. So if your position in IT, you want to do networking, whatever, a data center may not be the primary part that you want to do to further your IT career, because you're going to in data centers, you're working with servers, just taking them apart, replacing components and so forth, and a slight troubleshooting, probably work on fiber optics. Now, I said 3 to 6 month contract. I said the recruiter will tell you it's a contract to hire. That is not true. That is not true. The recruiter's job is just to get you that job, to get you there, because they make money off of the company that's hiring you, that you're going to be working for. So they will tell you, like I was told, okay, well, one of my questions to the recruiter was, well, if it doesn't work out, what's going to happen? And my recruiter simply said, well, in 2 months, before the contract ends, we'll desperately seek and find you a job. That's not a guarantee. That's just a sales pitch, because I'm still without a job. I do have a couple interviews, opportunities, which I'm not going to talk about in this video, which I should have a job soon. But anyways, going back to the data center position, like I said, they're not guaranteed. because you're going to be working for the companies when time comes after your 6 months and you don't get hired. You have to remember these data center jobs are based on performance and based on a ticketing system. So, for example, working the night shift, if you're not a night person, your performance level is going to drop dramatically, and it's going to affect your performance. It's going to affect how many tickets that you do, and that's going to be a reflection to if you get hired or not. So that was one of the things that happened to me. I volunteered to go on the night shift, and I did that. And the night shifts are not long term; they're like 12-week rotation for this particular company I work with. And then after when I did the night shift, I was working from 9:30 p.m. to 8 a.m. And during the time of maybe between 10 p.m. to 12 at midnight, I started to fall asleep. I couldn't keep awake. Whatever I did, I just started to fall asleep and just felt very weak, tiring, and so forth. And then after my rotation was off, I went on the day shift, and my numbers went up dramatically because I am a day person. But I just want to let you know, when you take a data center job, it's going to be in the night shift. You're going to be working shifts. So the cons and pros behind these things. One, like I said, you have to look in the area to see if there's another IT positions available. Because if you take that data center position and it doesn't work out for some reason, and then you're going to be without a job. You're going to be stuck looking for a job. But there also may be data center positions job in big cities now and local in the area. That was something I would take a risk in because you're home in your state and you're not far from family. But when you're away in a different state doing these type of jobs, it's not worth it. A lot of companies are going to that route, and basically you're getting treated like a number, not a person. Because after the contract ends, guess what? They're going to hire a new bunch of contractors, and the recruiters are not telling them the truth. The recruiters, it's a contract to hire, and these guys get excited and so forth, and they go take these jobs, and if it doesn't work out, guess what? They're on their own. And the recruiter will promise you, things like, we'll diligently look for other opportunities for you before your contract ends and so forth, and that's not true. It's sad to say, but today it's about money. And sometimes you have to be very careful. So my advice to you, if it's a contract position, if it's 12 months or more, then I will take that position because it's 12 months of steady work. I can save a lot of money, and if something happens, whatever. But also the location, be careful. If it's 12 months and it's just, like what I told you, if it's in a rural area where there's no other IT positions, you're still going to be without a job. You're still going to be stuck. So in my personal opinion, it's not the best route. A lot of companies are doing that, the contract to hire, and nothing is guaranteed. So it's a risk on you. And so I just want you guys to be aware of it. If you like the information I provided for you, click the like button, share the information. But again, I just want to be very clear to you. When a company calls for you or jobs posted on the internet for data center jobs or contract to hire jobs, they are not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to get hired by that company. The recruiters may tell you that, even the job posting, but it's all based in performance. And if you're not a pressure person and you don't like to work under pressure, it would not be a good fit for you. These jobs are most likely, these data centers are most likely built in rural areas where there's not a lot of, where IT is not very popular in that area. And so if you take a 3-month or 6-month contract, you are going to be without a job. So be careful. It's not the best way to go now, even though it's a trend. But there's a saying in life: travel through the narrow gate and not through the wide gate. And what does that mean? The wide gate means don't travel the gate that everybody's going through, because it may sound good, but it may not be good. Follow your unique path to your IT career that you want to be with. Again, thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy this video.